sex positivity, semantic awareness. That's one I'd love for you to give us a little bit of education on and how we can not only be more thoughtful with the folks around us and creating safe spaces for our queer colleagues and friends and loved ones, but how does that impact our ability to lead groups?
In terms of somatic awareness, I knew when people read the book that there was going to be this bated breath moment of saying, okay, Dr. Joel, we're with you, we're for this, we're going to be curious, but how are you going to tell us that being sex positive is part of transformational leadership? And what I first talk about in the book is the fact that, well, I think if we have a healthier attitude towards sex and sexuality, we can actually promote and secure workplaces that have less harassment and less bias. And recognizing that when people work in close quarters for 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, it's natural that people might develop some type of romantic feelings. They might, develop an affinity for someone, but not ignoring that, but addressing that as a way of making sure that people feel safe, particularly women and people who identify as women, right? But there's that. If we go deeper, recognizing that sexuality, sensuality is really about paying attention to what's in the body. And in the Western society, we built history on disavowing anything of the body because the body is seen as being dirty. The body is seen as being less than. It's seen as being disruptive or robbing us of our faculties, our logic, and our ability to reason. And paying attention to the body also helps you to pay attention to your intuition. It helps you to pick up certain cues. It helps you to realize when you're getting information from your environment, how it might be affecting you. And I know that there have been situations for myself where what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing is not necessarily what's giving me the cue that something is going in a great direction or something's going in a negative direction. It's really retraining ourselves to recognize that we can learn from all aspects of our being. So it doesn't always have to depend on what we see or what we hear or what we read, which is, very much a European way of thinking about things, is that our only knowledge comes from what we can see, read, write, and research, but also being in tune with our bodies. So what I would invite people to think about as transformational leaders is, how can you make more space for intuition? What are the cues that you might pick up on that you probably ignore?